it's Dr. Hannah and Shelby. We are starting Thursday's Hot Topics. We've been asking people to just ask us general questions that we have in our question box that we put at the front. So we only have a few since we just started it, but each week people will add more. So we'll kind of do a round robin. Shelby will ask some questions, I'll answer it, and then we'll keep it short and sweet and to the point. And for those of you who don't know, Shelby is the person behind our question of the week. So we'll also add that in there. So she's kind of our question master for the office. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay.
All right, so it looks like we only have 2 for this week, so we'll probably answer both of those.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is, how do you know when an animal needs to be adjusted?
It's a good question. So I've gotten that question a lot. Obviously, it's in the box. But one of the biggest ways to tell if your animal needs to be adjusted is you just look for changes of habit. Now, obviously, if you need your animal adjusted, you have to get a vet referral. So that's your first line of go-to. Your vet will kind of rule out if there's any major issues, if there's like a veterinary diagnostic thing, and then that's when they'll bring in a certified chiropractor. Don't just do a lay chiropractor. That would be a really bad idea because it's a little different, and chiropractors who are certified in animal chiropractic have been trained properly. So there's different ways to check. Like I know at least with my dog, sometimes he's limping. He's not eating like he's supposed to because it could be his jaws having some issues. He trips up our stairs a lot, so that's another thing that you check for. So obviously signs would be limping, if they're lame, if they're just favoring one side or the other, that's a good way. You can check to see, like with horses, if they're barrel racers, if they're not turning tight to one side versus the other side, if they're tripping a lot, those are also good indicators. But usually if you notice something that's not their normal demeanor or something all of a sudden changes, that's a good time to kind of take them to the vet to get that referral to get adjusted. So that's kind of the appropriate protocol that you want to do. And there's a lot of different ways. And just like humans, it's good sometimes to have a maintenance so you can get them checked out every couple months. Humans and animals are not on the same frequency. Animals typically hold their adjustments a little longer because they have typically less stress. But so those are some things that you want to look for too. So like any limping, if they don't want to play with toys when they normally do, if they decide they don't want to go walking, again, get it checked out by your vet first because it could be a major issue, but otherwise it could be a simple chiropractic adjustment that could make it better. So sometimes even attitude works. Like if all of a sudden they're crazy and then they're sedated or very sedentary, that's another good way to check and see that something else is going on. Okay? All right, next question.
Okay. So the next one, how many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon?
Okay, so I don't know if that is probably from one of my favorite movies growing up, and if anyone can tell me what movie that's from without Googling it, we will let you lay on our roller tables for the entire month of May, and that way after each adjustment you can just hang out and get like a little massage with the roller tables. But the answer to that is 3.5. So if you know the answer and you don't Google it and you know what movie that's from, I will be highly impressed, except for the person who wrote me that question, and yeah. Okay, so that is all the questions we have for the chiropractic portion. So Shelby has her question of the week, and we'll go from there. And if you know the answer, just put it down below in the comments, or you can write it up front. Okay.
Yeah, so it's more of a riddle. So this week's was, I fall, but I don't get hurt. I pour, but I'm not a jug. I help plants grow, but I'm not the sun. What am I?
That's a good question. All right, that concludes this week's of Hot Topics. Next week, if you have more questions, just keep putting them in. You can email us, text us, ask them on Facebook, and then we will make sure to address them with our next Hot Topic. Bye!